Hey, how's it going, ladies and gents? Today we're gonna take a look at Andre Drummond and his terrible free throw shooting. Drummond is known as a great young center with a ton of potential, but he hasn't really put it all together yet. In 2016, he got selected to his first All-Star game and also made the All-NBA third team. Unfortunately, in this past season, he did not make the leap that many NBA fans thought he would. In fact, he actually regressed and had a worse season in 2017 than the year before. Some of it probably had to do with Detroit's injuries, and Drummond was never able to get into a good rhythm. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 shocking facts about his terrible free throw shooting that you probably did not know. Fact number 1, Drummond has the worst career free throw percentage in history with 38.1%. That's over 3% lower than the next lowest free throw percentage, which is 41.4% from Ben Wallace. That's just really bad. Drummond has obviously been practicing his free throws a lot, but it hasn't translated to any success on the court. His worst free throw shooting season was in 2015-16, where he shot 35.5%. And his best season was in his sophomore year, where he shot 41.8%. Basically, his free throw shooting has not improved at all since he came into the league. It actually kinda got worse. Fact number 2, believe it or not, according to coach Stan Van Gundy, Drummond makes 70% of his free throws during practice. Now, I know most other players shoot better in practice than in a real game, but Drummond going from shooting 70% in practice to just 38% in games is still pretty ridiculous. Van Gundy says his issues at the free throw line are all psychological and that he's not a terrible free throw shooter in general. But yeah, Drummond obviously practices a lot, so just because he's not improving in a game doesn't mean he's not working on them. For many players, especially bad free throw shooters, it's all in their head. Fact number 3, in the 2016-17 season, the Detroit Pistons as a team was 29th in the league in free throw percentage, making only 72% of their total free throws. That's the second worst percentage in the entire league. But if we just removed all of Andre Drummond's free throws and pretended he shot 0 free throws the entire season, then the Pistons' free throw percentage as a team would increase to 82%, which would make them the #1 free throw shooting team in the league. That's incredible, especially considering that Drummond only attempts around 4 free throws a game. Going from nearly dead last in free throw percentage to best in the league just by removing Drummond is pretty insane. It puts into context how much his free throw issues are really hurting his team. Fact number 4, going off of the previous fact, on March 1st, 2017, the Detroit Pistons set an NBA record for the worst free throw shooting performance in history. The Pistons finished the game making only 3 out of 17 free throws, which comes out to a pathetic 17.6%. Out of every single game in NBA history where a team attempted at least 10 free throws, this was by far the lowest percentage out of all of them. Drummond himself was especially awful. He was the main culprit who helped his team set this notorious record, as he went 1 for 10 from the line. He also got ejected in the third quarter of this game. Fact number 5, in order to help improve his free throw shooting, Drummond was trying all different kinds of ideas. This one was kinda cool though. He started to implement virtual reality into his free throw practices. He has a virtual reality system at the Pistons training facility and also one at his house, where he puts on a headset and watches himself shoot free throws in real games on the TV. He would watch himself make free throws in a first-person point of view while the system simulates all of the sounds he hears during an NBA game. Drummond does this multiple times a week, trying to get his mind adapted to the environment so free throw shooting can become second nature to him. The technology he uses was created by a company called Striver, which develops performance training programs in virtual reality. Fact number 6, on January 20th, 2016, Drummond set an NBA record for the most missed free throws in a single game. In this game against the Houston Rockets, Drummond missed 23 free throws, going 13 for 36 from the line. This was actually a really weird game. The Rockets started to intentionally foul Drummond at the beginning of the third quarter just so they can get into the penalty and then continue fouling him afterwards to put him at the line. Rockets coach JB Bickerstaff put KJ McDaniels into the game and he ended up committing 5 fouls in 30 seconds. Then Drummond spent the rest of the game shooting and missing free throws. His 36 free throw attempts were also close to tying Dwight Howard's record of 39 attempts in a single game, so he almost broke another record. And last but definitely not least, fact number 7. This is without a doubt the craziest thing on this list. Let's take a look at Kevin Durant for a bit. He's one of the best free throw shooters in recent history in terms of volume and efficiency. For his career, he shoots 88% from the line with about 8 attempts per game. He made a total of 4,935 out of 5,596 free throws in his entire career, regular season only. If Durant missed his next 7,359 free throws, his free throw percentage would still be higher than Andre Drummond's. Now that's a fun fact. That's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys like these type of videos, and I can make more in the future for other players too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.